Today we're making beautiful galettes with blueberries and caramelized sweet ripe peaches with a flaky rustic pie crust. We love simple fresh fruit desserts, and if you do too, then you're going to love this blueberry peach galette recipe. Begin by making your homemade flaky pie crust. You can buy one from the store, but oh my, a homemade one is so much better and easier to make. In a medium bowl, combine 2.5 cups of flour, half a teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Whisk to combine. Get 2 sticks of cold butter straight out of the fridge and slice them into small cubes. Add the butter to your flour mixture and use either a pastry cutter or your hands to break the butter and incorporate it into the flour until you form a crumbled consistency. Make sure you work fast so your butter doesn't start melting. You can use a food processor if you have one, and this entire process will take you seconds. But honestly, you don't need any fancy tools and equipment. Working the butter into the dough feels very therapeutic. Now add ice water to your butter mixture, 1 tablespoon at a time. You'll need anywhere between 4 to 5 tablespoons. Work the dough until you see it come together. Don't add too much water, otherwise your dough will be sticky and difficult to roll. As soon as you see it clumping, your dough is ready. The easiest way to shape your dough is to transfer it to a plastic wrap and fold it around until it becomes a disc. This is a rather large disc, so we'll divide it into 2 smaller discs, which will make 2 perfect galettes. These are the perfect measurements if you're making a covered pie. Refrigerate for at least 1 hour or up to 3 days. If you like to bake pies and galettes like I do, you can make big batches of pie crust and freeze them up to 3 months. You'll need 1 to 2 ripe peaches. Slice your peaches in a small bowl. Add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Mix gently until coated, not to smash your peaches. Now get 3 cups of blueberries, and if you have frozen like mine, don't thaw them, otherwise they will burst in the oven. Add 2 tablespoons of sugar and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Zest a lemon and squeeze the fresh lemon juice straight over your blueberries for extra freshness. Gently mix and set it aside. Our dough has been in the fridge for roughly an hour and it's now ready to roll. Dust a little flour directly onto the parchment paper you intend to bake it on, and sprinkle more flour on top and your rolling pin. Roll your galette dough by gently moving it away from the middle, not pressing too hard on the dough. Arrange the peaches in a circular pattern over the dough, working from the outside in and leaving a 2-inch dough border. Make sure you discard any excess juices from the peaches, or your galette may overflow. Transfer half of your blueberries on top and keep them in the middle. Carefully grasp one edge of the dough and fold up 2 inches over the fruit. If you notice that your dough is too soft and it starts to fall apart, place it in the fridge for a few minutes, and that should do the trick. Repeat around the circumference of the tart, overlapping the dough every 2 inches. Gently pinch the pleated dough to secure. Place it in the fridge while you're preparing the second peach galette, and this one is going to be assembled differently. By the way, now it's a good time to preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Roll your dough and transfer the remaining blueberries in the middle. Now take some peach slices and arrange them around and on top of your blueberries. Just like that. Fold the edges of the galette up and over the fruit, pinching the overlapping edges together to form a nice seal. In a separate small bowl, whisk together 1 egg yolk with 1 tablespoon of milk. Brush the crust with the beaten egg wash all over. Top the crust with sugar, which will give your pie crust a beautiful golden brown, sweet, crunchy finish. Transfer to a preheated oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 to 30 minutes until the crust is golden brown and the peach juices are syrupy. Oh my, look at this. Oh, this is scrumptious. Lightly dust with powdered sugar and let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes before serving. An important tip to always use individual parchment papers that will help you slide your galette right onto your serving platter. If you attempt transferring it with a spatula, the flaky crust of your galette will break. This is the most delicious with ice cream or simply on its own. The sweet dessert easily adapts to feature whatever seasonal fruit you have on hand. Peaches, nectarines, plums, cherries, blueberries, you name it. So you can make it year-round. Very simple and scrumptiously delicious, and of course always best when it's homemade. Enjoy! See you next time!